We're the Lilley family.
And we're talking about leaving a legacy. My grandmother started it, my mother, and then I met Bill, and we have a family, and now we're hoping to leave the family our legacy. So my mother took all the children in, all of her brothers and sisters. So my mother was a great woman. I'll never compare to my mother. She made all of our clothes. We would not have dressed well in school, but Mother made all of our clothes.
We were next door neighbors. We grew up together.
We grew up together. But I was 3 years younger, so I was this little girl that he could pick on all the time. And all of a sudden one day he couldn't do that anymore.
I worked on her farm and she worked on ours. So therefore we swapped labor, and her daddy was a farmer and my daddy was a farmer. The relationship started. I was a senior and she was a freshman. The plan was that she was going to go through the high school and then go to college and then we'd get married, but that didn't work out too good. I think when we first got married, I had $50 in my pocket, and that was a lot of money in 1961. This year we'll be married 63 years, this coming December.
Our life together has been amazing. Bill was a carpet salesman, so every time they had something come up that needed a salesman, Bill was chosen to go. And my son was born in Bristol, Tennessee. My daughter was born in Charlottesville. We moved a lot. We moved to Bristol, Columbia, Roanoke twice, Danville, Virginia.
I was 48 years old. So I went to the boss. He had moved me all over the United States, and so I went to him and I was 48, and I asked him. I said, I know I'm getting word that I don't really need to move. I need to settle down. And he come to me and said, "Is there any way we got one move, or would you consider moving to Greensboro, North Carolina?" So in 1996, so everybody was telling me that we were going to the wrong church, that we needed to be going to the First Christian Church in Kernersville. We became members of the First Christian Church in Kernersville, served that capacity until we changed our name to the Crossing. So Pete and them elders came across this property over on Union Cross that would be an ideal location. And so we as a church stepped out and bought the property. So they asked us would we leave the main church and go with the Crossing to get them started. So Betty and I went as greeters, and we just hope in Jesus' name that it'll just keep right on growing, and just let people continue to bring their children and to let them go to Bible school and let them do like our children did. Let them grow up in the church. I'm Bill.
I'm Betty.
And together we're leaving a legacy.